Today we're going to be talking about Plainswalkers. No, not those Plainswalkers. I mean, Plainswalkers.
I bet you thought that was a typo, huh? The name of the episode? Look guys, AJ made a mistake on the internet!
You see, there used to be this ability in Magic called Landwalk. When the opponent controlled a land of the specified type, the creature could not be blocked. For example, Bogwraith has Swamp Walk, and thus could not be blocked by a player with a swamp. This ability has been with Magic since the very beginning, appearing a total of 9 times in Alpha. There's the aforementioned Bogwraith, as well as Shanodin Dryads, some lords you may recognize and one you may not. If you need to burrow through a mountain, you can hire this horned mole thing. Or retreat to your island sanctuary where you're safe as long as they can't fly or swim. Island walk. And if your landwalkers don't match up right, or theirs do, you can always use a magical hack to line things up in your favor. But you'll notice one thing about these cards. Where's the Plainswalk? A year later saw Magic's third expansion, Legends, and in it our very first Plainswalker.
Kenji.
Restless Avengers? Something Avengers.
Righteous Avengers!
Unfortunately for them, not only were they the only Plainswalker to be found, they were outnumbered, as Legends also saw the printing of not one but 2 cards that stopped Plainswalk, an ability that only appears on exactly Righteous Avengers. Another year passes and we see the release of a set that's so bad it almost killed Magic, Homelands. I'll be doing a whole episode on that in the future, but for now we're going to look at a curious rare enchantment, Asin Highway. Now, if you're playing this card, then you presumably have white creatures. You also have plains. If your opponent has plains, it stands to reason that they would also have white creatures. Suffice to say, this wasn't the mirror breaker it was clearly designed to be. 4 more years go by before the printing of a set that also deserves its own video, Portal 3 Kingdoms, which was designed specifically for the Asian market and not released in the West at all. Since it was themed on ancient Chinese history, there were cards for the animals of the Chinese zodiac. Snakes and rats are black and have Swamp Walk. That makes sense. I'm not sure if a pig is black, but it definitely does have Swamp Walk. Tigers and monkeys are green and have Forest Walk. Zodiac Monkey, by the way, got an inexplicable reprint in 9th edition. The goat is red and has Mountain Walk, of course. The dog is... wait, is that a German Shepherd on the Chinese zodiac? I'll let it slide, along with it being red and having Mountain Walk, which I'm also unsure about. The ox is green with Swamp Walk. Do oxen like swamps? I think this would be white and or our Plainswalker. Oh well, the horse is definitely... a green horse with Island Walk? Pretty sure horses are more known for prancing through prairies than swimming through oceans. Rabbits also seem more white and plains than green and forest to me. The dragon doesn't bother landwalking at all. It's just our huge red monster that refuses to die, even in Masters Edition 3. So that just leaves us with... Rooster. A green cock with an affinity for open fields. Okay. For the Western world, it would not be 4 years, but 6 before Magic's 24th expansion, Odyssey, gave us our first semi-real Plainswalker, Graceful Antelope. Now there is a creature that knows how to walk on plains. They're so good at it, they can stomp other lands into plains. Fans of Plainswalk would have to wait 7 more years before Magic's 45th expansion, Shadowmoor, gave us Bogart Arsonists, who can not only walk on plains, but also burn them down. And that's it! With the release of Magic Origins in July of 2015, there were a number of changes made to evergreen mechanics, which we'll look at in a future episode, and in that, Landwalk was officially declared an obsolete mechanic that would no longer be used in Magic design. Now, there are a number of cards that don't specifically say Plainswalk, but could, such as Magnagoth Treefolk if you control a plains, or Excavator if you sacrifice a plains. Giant Slug or Traveler's Cloak can name plains, and there are plenty of cards that turn another type of Landwalk into Plainswalk. There are a couple that can get Plainswalk from a natural Plainswalker, but those don't really count. Nor does Unhinged, where Old Fogey pokes fun at the wonky mechanics of Magic's early days, including not Plainswalk, but rather snow-covered Plainswalk. If you need non-silver bordered help in that department, Barbarian Guide's got your back. But for pure Plainswalking, we have only those 5 cards. For reference, there are 51 cards that have or grant Swamp Walk. So why was Plainswalk so underrepresented?
Because you can't hide in plain sight.
No, but seriously, have you ever tried to sneak across a plains? It ain't easy, and Mark Rosewater has said as much. Multiple times, in fact. But his non-flavor reason is that when white needs evasion, they tend to go to the skies.
With Landwalk being dead, it's unlikely we'll ever get to see another Plainswalker. But to me, that just means it'll maintain its novelty. Besides, with the game being defined by these Plainswalkers, it would be kind of annoying to have these Plainswalkers running around. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you can always like and share down below, as well as subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out newmontgaming.com for upcoming content, including the next episode, where we will be looking at the World Championship. See you then.